experimenting with the latest Boros Burn deck in MTG Arena in today's video. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. My name is Hello Good Game, and I'm pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena deck guide video. We're going to be breaking down our latest and greatest deck, Boros Burn. This is a red and white aggro deck, throwing spells at our opponents while capitalizing on some very powerful creatures as well as planeswalkers included in the deck. Breaking down that deck list for you in depth, discussing both the strategies as well as synergies held within, providing you with a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively and efficiently. Furthermore, we'll demonstrate this against the best decks as well as players in-game via our Mythic ranked gameplay footage. Finally, concluding with our deck review, channel news, and final thoughts. If you want to help out and support, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Leave a like, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel for future content. We out here, homie. And of course, that Discord remains open if you would like to make some new friends. Link in the description below within that Linktree link, okay? So again, thank you so much. Kick back, relax, enjoy, and let's take a look at the deck.
It's a new lap record!
All right, Boros Burn is getting the job done, and I go from like 97% to the top 1800 with the deck, so it is actually getting where it needs to be. Fantastic, and obviously unexpected. I didn't really think we'd win this many matches, nor did I expect to climb into the top 1800. So that's very good news for the build as we go forward. And that's, thanks to some new inclusions to the deck from the latest set. So more on that in a second. 2.5 average mana value, 24 land in the deck. And, that's going to make things really consistent for us turn by turn. We also have a little bit of ramp within the build via our planeswalkers. Not our main objective by any means, but something to be aware of. First and foremost, let's talk about the new inclusions from the latest sets in deck. Taii Wakeen, perfect shot, 2 mana, 2 power, 3 toughness, and when a source you control deals non-combat damage to a creature equal to that creature's toughness, draw a card. This can trigger multiple times, which is absolutely phenomenal. Furthermore, you can pay X and tap the perfect shot, and if a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player this turn, it deals that much damage plus X instead. So this is good for a few reasons. Obviously, any draw engine is nice. It's not stopping you to a once per turn scenario, so you can get multiple draws, which is great, and then that ability can help accent itself through the tap onto the passive. So if you need to deal perfect damage, you can now do that while increasing the effectiveness of your removal simultaneously, which is really, really cool. So that's kind of the newest inclusion to the deck. Sadly, there's not much else. However, the land really does make things more consistent for us, as we are a Boros Burn deck. So any 2-color aggro deck really does like to have that early mana base that's not coming in tapped. You don't have to pay life for it while still being quite consistent. Okay? And then just kind of, building around that with what we already know and love. Let's talk about other creatures within the build, then the planeswalkers, then the burn spells, okay? So the perfect shot, really good. Calorus, Stalwart Slayer for 3, 2 power, 3 toughness as well. Flying and haste, and if a spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. And if a spell you control would deal damage to an opponent or permanent an opponent controls, it's going to deal that much damage plus 1. So this is really nice for us to increase our output, specifically with something that's going to hit multiple targets. The perfect shot, Calorus, increasing our damage output of our spells, right? Then we have the Heartflame Duelist. This is a 3-1 for 2, and instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. So this is really going to help us sustain in any aggro mirror matches to ensure that we're continuing to gain life and, you know, retain tempo. Okay, for 3 mana at instant speed as the adventure, you can deal 3 damage to any target. This is quite nice. Again, you know, prioritizing it as a removal spell or just face damage is, you know, that's how we need to get the win eventually. And sometimes you're going to want to race. Typically, I'm prioritizing something that can race me, gaining tempo for our opponent, having us lose it, or something with life gain, which at the end of the day is the exact same thing, right? Whether it can out-hit us or reduce the, you know, effectiveness of our burn spells through that life gain, or like mitigating it. You know, it's something that we don't want to happen, so we have to make sure that we nip that as quickly as possible through some removal and take maybe some turns off from that face damage, right? You guys know this, though. You're great players. And then, you know, that's going to be our third and final creature in the build. Really nice, acting as a spell itself, as well as giving us some life gain, and being a 3/1's not bad. You know, if this can get some base attacks in, that's going to be really cool for us as well. Planeswalkers, we've got 2 copies of Chandra, 3 mana, 3 loyalty, +1, add 1 red source to your pool, deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. So this is really great with the perfect shot. Late game, you can like X equals 5, and then Chandra +1. That's going to deal 5 damage to your opponent. Oh, yes. On a similar note, Quinter's Khan's static ability, 2 damage to each opponent and 2 life whenever you cast from exile, which could be multiple times a turn. That can really be nice with the perfect shot. It can be dealing 4 or 5 damage now instead of 2, specifically as we can free trigger that static ability with the -3. So we can sink all of our mana into X, +1, deal, you know, all the damage, then -4, deal all the damage again, and maybe potentially hit him with a -X and do the exact same thing, because it's now not only -X, but it's -X plus X, which is absolutely phenomenal with Chandra. So Quinter's Khan can also make a 3/2, which is decent, -6, exile any number of target cards from your graveyard, add 1 red mana for each of the exiled cards this way, and then playing them this turn, which again would now trigger its passive, and around we go, which is just doggone goofy. As far as I'm concerned, that red mana that you add can be put into the perfect shot. It hurts my brain, but you know, these plays are definitely worth a while if you can pull them off. Very rewarding. And then the Discover 4, you know, we all know about this. Exile cards on the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value 4 or less. Cast it for free or put it into your hand, right? So that's great for us. And then Chandra for 6, 5 starting loyalty. Copy your first instant or sorcery spell each turn. Right? +2, add 2 mana of any combination of colors, allowing us to multicast really easily. +1, exile the top 5. Until the end of your next turn, you may cast a single instant or sorcery from among them, and then -X, dealing X damage to up to 2 targets, which is phenomenal. And then, you know, the center, you know, the ooey gooey Virtue of Courage for 5 mana as an enchantment, and whenever source you can control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may exile that many cards from the top of your library, and you may play those cards this turn. Yeah, so that's going to easily allow us to multicast, because we're dealing multiple damage. We're going to be gaining access to multiple cards, and then within those cards, dealing more damage, gaining more cards. Again, these cards are being cast from exile, which can trigger Quinter's Khan, which is great. And, you know, it itself is a damage spell for 2 at instant speed via Embereth Blaze, 2 damage to any target. So that's kind of cool to see too. And then, you know, 2 copies of Sacred Fire, 2 damage to any target. You gain 2 life. Flashback for 6. Recasting it from our grave. 4 copies of Helix for 2 at instant speed, 3 damage to any target. You gain 3 life. 4 copies of Lightning Strike at instant speed, which is nice. 2 mana, 3 damage, any target. On that note, play with fire. 2 damage to any target at instant speed for 1. Scry 1. And the festivities, for 1 mana, 1 damage to each creature and each planeswalker they control for 1 mana. This is really nice with the shot and the Slayer, as aforementioned. And then as a finisher spell, Light Up the Night. Sorcery for 1 plus X. X damage to any target, where X is 1 plus. Instead, if it's a creature or planeswalker. Flashback for 4, removing loyalty counters, where that will now equal X, which is not bad because we have 3 planeswalkers here, which can all each have their own loyalty, which is pretty decent, right? The Boviak is here as a creature land, and then, you know, keeping it consistent within those 3 colors for us, as well as a few utility lands. That's the deck. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member. I took a little bit of a vacation, so I'm a little bit rusty. You may have noticed within today's deck tech, but it is what it is. I'll get back into the swing of things soon, and I hope you enjoyed. It's a great deck. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I'll see you in the gameplay. Let's roll up. Going first, keeping 7. Slow land. Fast land. Lightning Strike is open. Virtue is open. Trying to build to 5. Looking for 4 and 5. Third has already been captured. Oh, nice. That is my pass over. We have removal on any threats. Which, I mean, let's be honest, they're all threats. Don't you? Yeah. Let them take it. Yeah. It's all yours, dude. Running simulations. Not. Got him! Alright, let's get started. And we'll pass over again immediately. And that's going to make them feel really safe. It's that cozy feeling you just can't get anywhere else. Open mana across the board. Safety and security. I think I'm going to use a little bit of safe. Oh, that's a a little bit of safety here. I guess we'll have to save our security till next turn. That's pretty good, right? That's definitely not bad. Oh, I like that we just picked up our 5th. If it's a creature, it does more, right? X damage to any target. X is +1. If that's a player... Yeah, okay, so let's strike. Get blasted! Nice. Pass over. Virtue first? No, maybe. Let's see what they do. Oh! I think maybe, yeah. Or we slow roll them. Play this, remove 1, and that way we're not so exposed just to a lethal hit by them next turn if they get a good draw. Thank you. Is this once a turn? No. Lord have mercy. The perfect shot. I couldn't agree more. Quinter's Con in play with a -3 just for the life gain. Oh, double life gain incoming. 5 damage, 5 life gain. Peace out, homie. Okay. On the draw, keeping 7. Land is there. Turn 3 is active. Oh. Not bad. Fast land is in. That's going to give us our 4th land. Maybe this is removal. And the festivities to kill the thief would be ideal. Ask and you shall receive. Maybe, but not yet, right? Well, why not? They could have more, and I want to get more value. Like, maybe we need to deal 4 damage to something, and 3 from the strike, 1 the festivities, and we also get the 1 power, 1 toughness creature. Just like by default, or like bonus, if you will. So, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I was kind of thinking maybe we might deal with a Gix there or something. Really? Just gonna send this up top then, if that's the case. There has got to be removal in that hand. I don't want to just feed you into the abyss, right? Well, it's open mana too. If I festivities, they could utilize it as a draw. Ah, screw it. I'm sure they have removal, but, you know, the cheapest removal possible too. Nice. We're going to have to deal with it at some point. There's the hit. That's fine. Here's our 4th. I'm going to take it. And we can duelist for 3. Expecting a shoulder? No. Wow. Okay. So this is an opportunity. Wait for it to tap. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Spend your mana effectively, even though you're missing 1 point of, like, convertible damage. And then you can play it as a threat. Pull more of their removal while holding up our own. Get out of here. Why I oughta frickin' cut down, you know? Okay, so that's a draw. I don't know how much I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and spend this white mana. Again, pass turn. Bat-Delphia. Again, we're just gonna get bang for our buck. I guess we could have double spelled, but I'd rather wait on that momentarily. Like, I'm sure they're just trying to drain our removal and play a Shieldred. So I want to make sure that we're kind of slow rolling them in equal fashion. I guess we could have thrown that out, but 1 extra damage wouldn't have been bad. Specifically as their removal was on the stack, tapping them. 3 in hand. Okay, that's really bad. We take it, we take it. Lame. No attack. There's the shielder that we didn't want to see. Dang it. We should have been dealing just direct damage, maybe. The life gain is so good. Draw. Pretty good life gain. No attack. Like, we need more card. Well, they can also just drain their own hand race. Like, this is it being quite problematic for us. No block. Freaking game. So we're gonna have to go big. This is the virtue. Maybe we should have left shoulder there and prioritized the bat. Ah, tough life. No attacks. Land is a go. I don't like this at all. No blocks, though. Bingo, bango, bongo. Ooh, down to 15. Toxic has been accumulated. It's not great, but it's a start. They could have just removal in hand as well, but also not too much of a worry at this point. Not terrible, not good. Okay. Gonna mitigate a lot of our life gain here. Another land would be great. A little late on that land drop, but maybe a red land and a 1 mana spell would be better. We do not find that, though. Get the red land, not the 1 mana red spell. 19 there to 10. They're going to definitely, I would say, target Quinty. That Skitter King taking probably Sacred Fire. It's hard to say, though. Oh, they can take a creature. Maybe the flashback card could have been better. The draw there is very good. We lose our bro. They deal good damage and gaining life. Nice match, right? Good game. Oh, that's not great. That's pretty terrible. What a bad draw. Not cool. We should have hit the bat. Ah, it doesn't matter. I don't know if we played a land or not. It doesn't. Oh, no, we did. What else did we just throw there? Nothing important. Getting those lands out of the way is maybe not a bad idea either. Down to 9, then up to 13. Oh, nice. That's good. But can they afford to? Down to 8. They're to 13. I guess they can. How far will they go? I think that's a good game. Just because this is so expensive. Let's see what we get though, right? So if we block 3, we're still getting it for 5. Yeah, that's still lethal. Okay. Really decent. Really good match there. We're out of juice, unfortunately. We're not going to get anywhere close to getting to where we need to go. Alright, opponent going first. Let's see if we can make the most out of it. Turn 1 Kumano. Cool. Cool beans! Oh, well, it's Gruul, though. I'm actually not entirely certain that makes it any better. Pass over. Definitely remove the Picnic Ruiner as a priority, if we can. Godric's in the house. Let's take out that Phoenix chick. Gaining 1 life. Getting hit for 6, 5 total. I'm just going to take it as I can get it. They could have protection with green. Get out of here! That was easier than I thought. All right, keeping 7. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. We're going to be a little slow here, but quickly picking up the pace on turn 2 and trying to capitalize on this new card just to showcase it. It's not too much to ask. And this is a good way to do it within the festivities as well, right? So maybe sink some mana into it and to get some additional value. Sacred Fire, active, play with fire. Active, maybe on one of our upkeeps. We'll see. 2 mana. With a Thalia, which actually really sucks for us, but... I mean, I may as well attack. Well, no, because, well... we're getting 1 extra damage, which would be for 2. But this hits for 3. Right, so. Good one, Thalia. You ruined my plan. And maybe it's an upkeep play with fire for the scry. Ah. Oh, I wasn't even considering the double draw. I'm a genius. I'm just kidding, but that is like... oh, I don't know, match altering? A double draw? Whoa! It's triggering multiple times. It's doggone goofy. I've determined this. I have. And Adeline? Do it. Do it. Another Might. Copper Cody's. Did you say take another draw, HGG? Fine. I guess I will. One, two, three. Because we're no longer dealing exact damage. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. I needed spell mana. What am I doing? Oops. My spells are free, aren't they? If you still win this match, HG, after that, I'm going to give you a medal. A cookie. A sticker probably is most likely. I don't want to talk about it. Nice. Yeah, I didn't feel great about that. Maybe I will just defend. Well, no, we're going to spend this mana. And we'll have 3. But I want this as a defender, so I don't want to tap it.
Aw, you're looking a little singed.
And then just take the might. And that way she's still active next turn. We're going to recover from our misplay. This shows you how powerful... This is a top 300 player, which we've literally given a free turn to, so... Let's see if we can recover. I think we can! I'm not scared to say it. Little bit of life gain on the side. Hey, you need that against a burn deck, right? Push it up. I mean, I'll definitely block. Really? You're gonna give me it? Yes. As ridden.
Hey, listen, jerk.
I mean, I don't really care about the bat. Oh, she could have died. Here's 6. Let's go to 7.
Let's bring things up to a simmer.
Chandra -2.
No more watching. It's time to do something.
I'm just chilling. Just chilling. 2 loyalty on our bottom Chandra. I know you have sometimes a hard time seeing with my fat head in the way. An officer's fine. Remember that time we skipped a turn? I tapped this for 4. Never change, HGG. Never change. Alright, Warden out as well. Ooh. Chandra plus Adelphia.
Aw, you're looking a
Chandra
little
also plus. You could just never go wrong with too much mana.
extravagant.
And then we're gonna dunk on their draw engine.
This fight.
And may as well take out the Warden as well. Gives us 6 available. 7. Kind of screams a virtue to me, doesn't it? And then we pass, turn, copy, lightning strike. Yep. Not bad. Sorry, Mono White. We roasted you off the start, taking your might and your Thalia out. But then I gave you a free turn, so it's kind of like a wash, right? Double attacks. Both to Big Shandy.
Here's a spark of hope.
We're going to take out that knight. Down to 4.
I'm never giving
No
up.
problem here. Let's go on a little journey. Drawing our first card.
Give a toast? I'd love to.
Double draw here.
You're toast.
Only a single draw? What a bummer. Here's our perfect shot. I guess we may as well get after it. This is a little bit of a letdown, but fine. One mana shy. That's so sad. Land in play. And then I guess just double festivities. Not bad. Dahlia's in play. A little late, but what do you do, right? X equals 7 plus 1. That's pretty cool. Chandra's minus also gets really good there. That's actually really cool. So we misplayed earlier because I wasn't even thinking about casting my spells. It happens. I'm HGG, right? Welcome. But we then learn how to really mitigate that. And it's the Planeswalker damage. So you can sink all of your mana into it. Have multiple Planeswalkers that are dealing damage that can both capitalize on that. Oh, that is nice. I really like that. Top 300 mono white player, no big deal. I like it with the spells still, don't get me wrong. Extra damage is extra damage, and I think we missed 1 mana there as well. Oh, but we didn't get it till after. I see. As well as Chandra's mana can come after also. But the damage ability at X plus 7 is crazy. Oh, that's so cool. On the draw, 2 land, keeping 7. My favorite background of the new set, Glitch Island. Honestly, it's so minimalistic. The pets look a little bit out of place, but welcome to the Shadow Realm, right? We're playing for keeps, homie. I don't mind it, though. Everything's always so bright and flashy all the time. Look at this, look at that. Just a nice black fog. Very nice. Let's sort some cards around here, as any good player does. Grab a little loof. Yeah, I mean, land destruction is not great. I'm not getting my 3rd land, though, so that's also hashtag not great. I mean, I'm going to just take a red source, so. I mean, that's the... It's honestly not worth destroying. Truly. Spending 3 mana now on that Duelist, which is nice. We didn't have access to that playline without that land removal. I'm just gonna, try to get them to tap out before we do anything always. I don't think they're into that, though. Eventually, we will see counterspells. Hopefully we can dodge any life gain and just grind them down. Wow. Duelist being 2 is pretty decent. Not bad at all. Lies. Okay. I attempted to do a Virtue of Courage there. Just because, you know, they're down to 2 mana, but... I mean, if it's a spell, it's a spell. I'd rather maybe wait and try to get them to tap out more here. Like, even if they do have a counter. I hope they don't. Odds are they do. Then maybe that is, you know, it for them. What's the over-under on that? I wish we had a land. That would have been really cool. Right? Just get in there. Four in hand, 8 life. Jace Adelphia. So that might not be great. Okay. Getting us closer to the land by 3 cards there. Interesting. No lands, really. Wow. 4 in hand. Prairie Dog. Play for 2, double down. Jace is going to be at 1. I think that would be okay. Or use this as damage over life, because we don't need life gain. But it does force them into removal. I think the damage is better. No. Because we have other damage in hand. I'm going to go for it. And then just double Festivity. On top. Killing the Prairie Dog is our main objective. Nice. Jace knocked down a bit. They're down to 6. Jace will plus on the Duelist. Forcibly so. We still have access to life gain. Counterspell. Good for you. Oh no! Well, kind of probably still. Memory Deluge is just that good. If they didn't have it, there's a good chance they do now. 3 steps ahead. Very nice. Okay. We should have maybe done that last turn, actually. But you know they have another. It's a problem. Prairie Dog again. Who is running that? Like, what is going on? I feel like I'm being clowned. Let's take the life gain. We can pay 3 if it's no more lies. This attacks for 4, right? Is it another creature? No, it could go to 3, and then we could maybe kill their land. Is it 2/3? Don't you dare do this to me, huh? Don't you dare! Oh, my song request is on. So sad. Oh, they dared. They dared. X equals 0. Nice play. That secondary memory deluge is the problem. Jace is also super duper annoying. Ugh. Really? That's not great for us. I mean, it is, but we need a land. We need a land. And we need to get through uncounterable, which I don't think is going to happen. What you doing over there, huh? Milling you. Oh, man. There's 2 non-lands. That would have been lame. That's pretty good. The life gain is wicked awesome. Do you think they still have counter magic up? Going to 8, there's brutal, dude. Don't you even. Nice. That's a good one. I like 3 steps ahead. I think that is just a phenomenal card. This match is over, Dougie. I think we can hand over the W. I had fun. It was a good match. We'll see what we top deck. Maybe. Give it a little bit more, but I think we're getting close. I try to be a good judge of that, not make things go on too long, especially if your opponent's being a good sport about the game. Right, sometimes I try to stay a little longer than I should, but... I don't know. Another counterspell? You're such a dog. Woof. That's okay, though. The prairie... What is going on? Is that from the map explorer? I don't know. Just the +1 counter when you're not casting? For 2? I mean, maybe. It seems so suspect. There's got to be better ways to gain life. A little bit of pressure too, maybe, but like... Yeah, free-to-play control deck. I can maybe see it more, but... I don't know. It's not bad. It did slow us down a bit. Interesting. That's interesting too. Just another counter spell. Chill it! Don't worry, I actually also have one in my hand. At this point, it's just rapid fire. Down to 2. With a counter spell in hand, it's going to be pretty tricky, though. Right? Close game. And even getting them to 2, I don't see it for ourselves. And it was that Wandering Emperor life gain. Why I oughta, you know? Decent. They are putting in damage quite briskly here, so... It won't take them long to close out. Counterspell on the back end. They don't need much. And, you know, with that Memory Deluge there, there's a good chance that it's not 1 counterspell. It's going to be maybe 2, which is going to be enough. Good game, homie. No good game back? That's kind of sad. Oh, well, I mean, I still had fun. I like to get a good game back, though. You know, a little reciprocation. Opponent is going first. Literally cheating. In slow. Catching up. Do you think it is a Picnic Aruna? Scampadelphia. Not bad, right? That's pretty good. just gonna snag it while you're tapped. While you're tapped. While you're tapped. Just gonna snag it. Oh. It's like a nursery rhyme you're singing. What's going on over there, homie? You feeling okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It's been a long day. Rank 1007. Kumano transforms into a big boy. No blocks unless there's interaction. Nope. No blocks unless interaction. You don't have. I'll take it after the attack. I mean, I know we took 2, but then anything they're doing is, like, not happening, right? And this is going to be fun for me. Probably pulling some removal. Let's hit for 2. It is a race, right? And that can maybe mitigate some of their damage output, right? If spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. Kumano's not a spell, it's an enchantment. It's a spell on the stack, but, you know, obviously once it's in the battlefield and that first lore counter triggers, it's an enchantment dealing that damage. So it does need to be like an actual burn or damage-based spell. I mean, land in play. I'm gonna melt you. Just immediately while there's no protection mana. Just, you know. Gzz. $11 life. 3 land. Questing Druid is a go. That's fine. I will send 4 into the end zone. Oh, goodness gracious. I will hit for 2. So close, yet so far. Ending turn. We just need to make sure that they don't take lethal here somehow, right? So let's make sure we are interacting favorably. Going up to 2 is fine. Getting here for 4 is fine. You're getting right after it, aren't you there? But they dealt damage to themselves with the Thrawn's Portal. Good game. Thrawn's Portal. That is risky biscuits. Top 1800. Boros Burn is not only a fairly competitive deck, as we've witnessed, but an incredibly fun deck to play. And I absolutely love that. You know, there's so many people playing the same deck still as they were 3 months ago. Kudos to you. Honestly, that is some focus that I am not sure I'll ever be able to obtain. However, the creative aspect within, you know, the brand is always going to be here, building new decks every day, showcasing new cards of the set as I see fit, making them as competitive as possible. And I think the perfect shot has found her home. Honestly, it is working out perfectly here. I could run 3 copies. I could run 3 copies of Rem as well. With the Planeswalkers, it is snuggled in so tight. We could maybe even increase some of the Planeswalkers up a bit, but I think the blend that we currently have is converting, which is really nice. Maybe Sacred Fire doesn't even need to be here. That could be something that we drop. It's not bad though. Potentially even looking at our land base. I would love your input on how we can edit the deck from here. Hit me up in the comments below. I hope you have a magical day and enjoy this deck list. Of course, there are plenty more on the channel available for you. Have a magical day. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, and I'll see you soon in the next. Peace out, homies.